This is the Chart of Accounts tutorial and covers how to use the detailed financial statements in the program. There are a number of assumptions under the financial statement that impact the financial statements. These financial statements are intended to be input using whole dollars only. If you have a partial period, the financial statement assumptions is where you select how you want to annualize the partial period. If you want cost of goods sold and inventory to appear in your financial statements, select this check mark. You can also choose to post tax adjustments as a dollar amount or as a percentage. The main project assumptions page also has some settings that affect the financial statements. The entity type will affect the equity section of the balance sheet. The first fiscal period ends date and the last fiscal period ends date affects the dates and the number of periods in your financial statement. If the beginning month end date does not match with the last month end date, you'll have a partial period, which you can then annualize. The program comes with a default chart of accounts, which can be changed to a limited extent. Start by entering data in the gray areas. The balance sheet should be used as is, but the income statement will accept up to 20 optional accounts, which you will enter in the historical income statement section. If you want to hide an account, select the Edit in Excel option and change the 1 to a 0 in the green border area. The account will be hidden when you return to the work view of the sheet. Do not add or delete accounts using the Edit in Excel utility. Entering the income statement is very much like entering the balance sheet. You enter data in the gray areas. You can change the titles by clicking on the title and then typing over it. You can control the number of income statement accounts by using the first option in the financial statement assumptions section. Since the financial statements are in Excel, you can use the Edit in Excel button to edit the financial statements. A warning will appear warning you not to edit the structure of the financial statements. In other words, you can format the financial statements in terms of fonts, underlines, dollar signs, etc. But be very careful not to edit the structure, because they're very easily corrupted. If you want to add accounts or delete accounts, use the operations from the program. Once the financial statements are in Excel, you can change the fonts, change the formats, and change the underlines. For example, if you want to change a number format to include dollar signs, bring up the Format Cell dialog in Excel. Select Currency and press the Enter button. You'll notice that the dollar signs appear on the numbers. Select the Return button and the spreadsheet will now appear in the program, and you'll notice the dollar signs there also. So feel free to change the formats, but be very careful not to change the structure of the financial statements in Excel. Let's move on to adjustments. Let's adjust the balance sheet and work with the liquidation value method at the same time. Post your balance sheet adjustments to arrive at the adjusted balance sheet for the most recent year. Next, post a liquidating percentage, and the program will display a liquidated basis balance sheet for your valuation. Let's move on to adjusting the income statements. The calculations begin with a single worksheet that posts pre-tax historical income in the first line. The chart of accounts you develop to input your historical income statements is copied in this sheet, so you can post adjustments for each year to a single account at a time. Once you've made the adjustments, you can review the adjusted income statement and balance sheet. The adjusted income statements will show you all the income statement years that you've input. Please observe changes to the income statements do not have any effect on the balance sheet. Each type of statement is independent of the other. Once you've input all the financial statements, you're going to the Financial Analysis tab to complete your analysis of the historical and adjusted financial statements. Under Assumptions for Financial Analysis, you have a number of choices, whether you want to use adjusted or historic statements, what RMA data you want to see, what IRS data you want to see, and a number of other things. The analysis is based on summary statements, including IRS and RMA comparison. You'll notice whenever a database is available for a schedule, you'll see a database button on the top of the schedule. Select the button, and if you've purchased the additional add-on database, it will open and allow you to download data right into the schedule. There's also a section in the program to analyze IRS corporate ratios or RMA comparisons to the subject company. This is the end of the Chart of Accounts tutorial.